my name is Mel Threets, and this is Live Again, where we talk about topics to help you live your ideal reality. And today, we will be talking about the one thing I talk about in every single video. And we're making a whole video on it. Drum roll, please. We are talking about the importance of values. Now, like I said, I talk about this in every single video. The importance of having values, sticking by your values, why you need them in the first place. However, I thought we should make a whole entire video on it, explaining what exactly are values, why they're important, why we need them, all of that, going a little more in depth than what I usually do. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing I want to talk about is what are values. Now, values are things that are important to you, your rule book to life. And these are the things that you are non-negotiable. They are not things that you're willing to bend or break or anything like that. They are the laws that you live by. Values are like your foundation to who you are. For example, a value would be if someone cheated on you, right? You are not the type of person to forgive them or get back with them or anything like that. Now, not everyone is like this, and that's okay, but that's a value that you hold that's important. Because someone cheated on you, because you felt like either that was disrespectful or that was just something you just couldn't get past, you find more value in letting them go than keeping them. Hence, those being your values, you find more value in not being with a cheater than being with a cheater. Now, why should you have values in the first place? The easiest person for someone to walk all over is someone that doesn't know themselves. And speaking from someone with experience of not knowing themselves and not understanding what it is that they truly want and value within themselves, within a partner, within a friendship, anything of that sort, not knowing what it is that's important to you with whatever type of relationship or thing that is important to you in your life, it leads to more heartache on your end. And when I tell you that the best thing I could have done was understand what my values were and understand the things that were important to me in any and everything. Like, for example, one thing that's very important to me in a relationship is communication. Now, am I going to get with someone that has poor communication if my value is to have someone that has great communication, is to have great communication within a relationship? That would be very smart of me. It is so important to have values. Like I said, if you don't know yourself, if you don't know the things that are important to you, you won't have a guide on how to live your life. You won't have a guide. You won't have really a goal or an objective. Like, you're just kind of going. You're just kind of moving along. And there's nothing wrong with that to an extent, but it's very important for you to hold some pride and some importance to yourself and the things that are important to you, so that you know how to set priorities in life and set, understand what it is that you need and want and desire in all aspects of your life. And that's what having values, knowing your values and understanding them and living through them helps you do. Now, let's talk about living through your values. Now, you know what they are, you know the things that are important to you, but I used to be this type of person. You are that person that's just so forgiving and so, it's okay that this person stepped over a boundary of mine. No, stop it right there. Living in your values means that you respect yourself, your boundaries, and your values. You are respecting them fully every time. I'm gonna tell you 3 ways to live through your values. First off, you gotta know what they are. Understand them fully. Know your why on why you have this value. Why is it important to you? Why is it important that you wake up every morning and work out? Why is it important that you have positive affirmations, just flowing constantly through your brain? Why is it important to have your mental health in a good state? Know your why. 2, communicating your boundaries. Now, let's talk about this. If no one knows what your boundaries are and what your values are, they will not know to respect them. Always, or sometimes. I say sometimes because some people just don't care. But if people don't know, they can't do anything. You don't tell someone, hey, this is something that is important to me. I need you to respect that. Those clear as day words. I need you to respect this thing that is important to me. People see right through a person that doesn't know themselves. They do. They really do. It's the hard truth, but they do. And because they see right through them, whether it's intentional or unintentional, they see ways that they can get what they want from you, knowing that you don't have those boundaries, knowing that you don't have those values that you set as a priority, which is step number 3, set them as a priority. Literally, make them a priority. Make sure that it's communicated to the people that it needs to be communicated to, and make sure you stick by them. Let's say one of your values is being vegan, right? And someone else is like, you're one of those, or stuff like that, or they're constantly, you should eat this meat, you should do that, this, that, and the other. Like, if they're constantly disrespecting that, you're like, no, this is something that's important to me. This is a lifestyle that's important to me because of yada, yada, yada. And I'm gonna stick by that because it's important to me. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. Like, that's all that matters, is that it is important to you. It is important to the things that you want in life. Know your values, understand the things that are important to you, really get real with yourself. Like, start writing down the things that are important to you. If it's important for you to wake up every morning, if it's important for you to wake up every morning early for your mental well-being so that you don't feel so rushed in the morning, that's a value. Do it. Write it down. Start writing down the things that are important to you and the things that you can't get with. Like, all right, I can't be with no cheater, disrespects me or anything like that. Those are values. Okay, cool. Write those things down. Step 2, communicating those values that it needs to the people that it needs to be communicated to. If you find that someone is disrespecting a boundary or a value of yours, communicate the importance of that to them. But if you find that someone is constantly disrespecting this boundary of yours and you have not stood up for yourself and said anything about it, it's time, baby. It's time. It's time for you to buck up. It's time for you to get that voice heard. And if they still continue to do it, time for them to hit the door. Threshold, they need to be on the other side of it. It's time for them to go. But because things that are important to you are way more important than someone that continuously disrespects something that is important to you. And number 3, living by your values. Like I said, it's those steps like kicking those people out that continuously, even after you've told them that this is something that's important to you. It's time for you to go, baby. Making sure other people respect your values, your boundaries, respecting your own values and boundaries, and living through them, even in your new relationships, in your old relationships, and your in-between ships. Prepare yourself for this transition because this takes a lot of courage. It really does. Because not only do you have to stand up to someone else that you haven't stood up to, now you have to stand up to yourself and combat those feelings of, oh, well, maybe I should just, no, baby, you're living in your truth. This is one of the ways that you really start standing your ground. One of the ways that you really start becoming that badass that you've wanted to become. It's time. It's time for you to step into your power. This is the way to step into your power. I want to thank you guys again for tuning into this video. Please, please, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Turn on that notification bell so that you know when I post. And I love you guys so much. And as usual, have an amazing and lovely day. Bye.